Well, hello there. Hello. Good morning, everybody. But before we get to me, we've got to do this. This morning's Wake Up with the Witcher is sponsored
City
by
Heating and Air has been proudly serving East Tennessee for over 60 years. We use only the best equipment like American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning for your residential, new construction, or commercial needs. City Heating and Air. Air to compare.
All right, there we go. Let's get our sponsorships going here on this good old Monday morning. Happy Monday, everybody. The rumbles of thunder continue. But first things first, let's say that the tornado watch has now been canceled for all of East Tennessee. No more tornado watch, but big old claps of thunder, rumbling thunder, heavier rain showers are going to continue this morning and through much of the day today. A live look right now in downtown Gatlinburg, and it is a soggy start to the day. So do give yourself some extra time here this morning. Do travel safely. Again, a lot of you have been asking about the school systems. What are the schools going to do? Of course, I don't do anything with the schools. I would just have to kind of wait and see what they do. But, some schools have been canceled. Some have been delayed. I've heard anyways. But the rain's going to continue and some heavier rain showers at that. Now, first things first, let's go to this because the Storm Prediction Center still has us under a level 1 risk for the most part. I do imagine that as things continue to weaken here this morning, they're probably going to get taken out of this risk when they do finally do their updates. But this is the latest as of right now. Now, we do have a chance for a few showers and thunderstorms as we progress through the day today as well. And so I'll keep you posted on that, and we'll walk you through the forecast. Let's do a little radar recap here this morning. Over the last 3 hours, we've had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. We've had a couple of special weather statements around the area. But all in all, that severe weather risk has really been diminished. And we talked about this last night. If you joined me on the evening broadcast last night, I did do a live weather update due to the fact that we had cooler temperatures. And so because models did not get as warm as they were forecasting, or we didn't get as warm as most of the models were forecasting, we lose that instability, which helps to mitigate severe weather potential. And so we didn't really see a whole lot of severe weather this morning. Thank goodness for that. Although we do have another risk for strong to severe thunderstorms as we progress through the week. And so I'm going to talk more about that. And we're talking about the bullseye for heavy rainfall to be across parts of the Great Plains. Boy, I tell you what, they're going to get walloped with incredible amounts of rain. All right, good morning, everyone. We got Lee joining us, as well as Mel and Dwayne and Debbie and Lisa and Chris and Eva and Julie and Steven. Hey, good morning, Steven. How are you, bud? I haven't seen you for a while. All right, here's your future cast. Let's pick up our timeline here this morning. This is the HRRR model, just an FYI for you modelers or weather nuts out there. It's the only one that really picked up on what's going on out there this morning. And as we progress through time, this takes us all the way through the lunch hour. So again, this river of rain is going to continue all the way through the lunchtime. Now, from noon to 3, we may start to see a little break in the activity. But then in the showers and thunderstorms will kind of fire back up later on this afternoon. Now, I'm not anticipating any severe weather with this, but we could see some hail out of it as some cooler air loft starts to move on in back behind this frontal boundary. So if you have evening plans here tonight, ball games, practices, we do. Our practice got canceled yesterday, so we do have it tonight, so we'll be watching those storms, of course, as we get into the evening hours. But rainfall amount, by the end of the day, we're still looking at 1 to pockets of 2+ inches of rain. And so while it's soggy and slow going already this morning, it's going to stay that way throughout much of the day. Beneficial rain, because we don't want the severe weather, but we definitely need some decent showers to catch up on the drought. And of course, the U.S. Drought Monitor comes out every Thursday, so we'll see what all this rain this week does to the U.S. Drought Monitor. All right, here are your weather headlines as we continue through time. We're talking about some scattered showers, a few more thunderstorms later on this afternoon, wet roads, and a soggy day around East Tennessee. Everybody's getting soaked today. 100% chance of rain. But a big ridge, we're not talking about Big Ridge State Park. We're talking in Union County, by the way, great state park. We're talking about a big ridge of high pressure that's going to build its way on into the area. And that, my friends, for you boaters and summer-like lovers, is going to bring some summertime heat. Some early spring summer-like heat is on the way. And then showers and thunderstorms possible to round out the week as we continue to track it, the battle zone that will mainly stay off to our west and northwest. Morning temperatures, by the way, if you've not stepped outside yet this morning, you're going to step outside and be like, oh, feels like a good spring, warm, summer-like morning because temperatures are elevated. We've got the rumbles of thunder still off in the distance. Some of you maybe not off in the distance, maybe right over on top of you. But it's off in the distance. I can hear it in the studio, and it has just been rumbling like crazy. All right, lunchtime temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s. So not a big warm-up from now through lunchtime due to the fact that, of course, we're going to have the rain. Now, the goal today is going to be in the upper 60s to low 70s. I think we'll make it there. If you were with me yesterday, I also talked how I shaved those temperatures off yesterday thanks to the rain. So because we've got the rain showers, it's going to be a struggle to warm up. Some of us just may stay in the upper 60s today. But I do think that some low 70s are still probable across the area. Remember that we do have a chance for a couple of showers and thunderstorms as we get into anytime after 3 o'clock through about 7 o'clock tonight. Another line of some isolated, not necessarily severe storms, but some heavier downpours and some good claps of thunder can't be ruled out as we get into the afternoon and early evening hours. But I think by around 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, most of that's going to be swinging its way on out of here, and we're going to start to dry things out, which is likely to lead to some patchy dense fog, I think, as we wake up on Tuesday morning. So here's the big picture. We're looking at that river of rain down to our south and southwest. That is still going to be feeding into our area as the cold front slowly progresses from west to east. And that's the storm system that is going to take in that risk for severe storms from the Gulf all the way to the mid-Atlantic and the nation's capital. So if you have any sort of travel plans across the south or southeastern U.S., keep in mind that you could see some severe storms. And so a good idea to scan that QR code in the bottom right-hand side of your screen, download the East Tennessee Weather app. You can just go to the App Store, search East TN Weather, all one word, or if you type in East Tennessee Weather, I think it still shows up as well. Or just log on to easttnweather.com. I have links for Android and iPhone at the top of the screen there. And of course, online, you can see the live broadcast as well as the app as well. All right, so here's your future cast. Pick up our timeline at 6 o'clock this morning and watch as we progress through time. Severe weather is going to continue to ramp up across the southeastern U.S., so do anticipate that. Isolated tornadoes, large hail, and damaging wind are going to be the main threat with some locally heavy rainfall leading to flooding and flash flooding issues as well. Good morning, RD. How are you this morning? Stay safe, stay dry. Well, we'll try to stay as dry as we possibly can, I suppose. Beverly, good morning from Rutledge. Got Janet joining us from Talbot this morning. Good morning, Janet. Glad you could join us on the program. And Aaron says, lots of thunder and lightning here in Alcoa early this morning. My wife texted me and said, whoa, it is rumbling like crazy outside. I'll say, so by 7 o'clock tonight, the storms are going to be in Savannah, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Raleigh, Norfolk, and Morehead City area, the nation's capital. So that's where I think the storms will be by about 6, 7, 8 o'clock here tonight. Watch this. Big old ridge of high pressure is going to build. Watch the battle zone across from New Mexico all the way to the upper Midwest. That jet stream does not move. This is our jet stream, by the way. And so we're going to have a big trough hanging out across the southeastern U.S., a big southwestern U.S., a big ridge anchored across the southeastern U.S. And so that puts the battle zone between Texas, New Mexico, Kansas. We'll go Oklahoma into, say, the Chicago area and the upper Midwest. So when you look at that, the Storm Prediction Center has already issued a severe weather risk for Wednesday and the Thursday. This is our day number 3. It does include us here in East Tennessee, by the way, with a level 1 and level 2 risk. So we'll see how this plays out. I think we're going to see more afternoon showers and thunderstorms, but with the heat of the day. It's not necessarily a cold front swinging through like we've seen this morning. It's going to be afternoon, summertime kind of thunderstorms that could pack a punch. And we all know how late spring, early summertime thunderstorms can be. They just develop pretty quickly in the daytime heating, and it is going to be hot and can produce strong gusty winds, damaging winds, some larger hail. So we'll be watching for the threat of that as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday time frame. But as we get into our Thursday, Friday, that risk continues to hang strong from Texas to Ohio. And the reason why is because our ridge of high pressure anchored across the southeastern U.S. So we're not going to necessarily get a big giant push of a cold front because, as I mentioned, the battle zone is going to be across the plains into the upper Midwest Ohio Valley, where, say, places like Lexington, Louisville, Paducah, Little Rock could see anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rainfall, and that's just through Friday. Now we take you to our 7-day rainfall outlook by the Weather Prediction Center, and you can see how we're going to see anywhere from 5 to maybe pockets of 10 inches of rainfall across the plains, the Mississippi River Valley. This is not good news. We see it every once in a while that where the Mississippi starts flooding. Let's hope that doesn't take shape here for folks that do live along the Mississippi River, but it is going to be an incredible week this week when we're talking rainfall. Now, again, this takes us through Sunday, so Saturday into Sunday, we're going to finally get a little push of that trough starting to swing its way from west to east, and that's what's going to increase our rain chances. So I do think next Sunday is going to bring us some decent amount of rain. And again, when we look at that the 7-day forecast, we're going to see those storms today. Dry weather, cooler, drier air, but probably some patchy, dense fog early tomorrow morning if we can get the skies to clear thanks to the amount of moisture that we have in the ground. The wind picks back up on Wednesday. Could see some afternoon showers and thunderstorms Wednesday into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Still keeping it on the lower end side because I think it's just going to be afternoon showers and storms. But Sunday is probably going to be elevated rain chances. It's day number 7, so I kept it right at a 50% chance as of right now. But I do think we'll see scattered showers and thunderstorms develop around the area. So it is now 6:13. Hopefully you're having a great morning so far this morning. I'll show you the TDOT cameras. Some of those are not working here at this hour. But we are definitely going to continue to see some soggy and slow-going conditions on the interstate this morning. So if you do have travel plans here, just keep in mind that it is going to slow you down this morning. I was trying to get the TDOT cameras up and ready for you. Let's see if we can't get this for you. Anyways, I hope you had a great weekend and are enjoying or have a great day. Have a great week. If you have any big plans here this week, I'd love for you to share that with us here, of course. We always like you to share what's going on around your area and what we can expect this week. If there's any events out there, we do like to talk about events and whatnot. All right, let's see if I can get these. There we go. Now we'll get the right ones. So let me take this, take you to the weather maps. Seems like they have changed things a little bit with the TDOT cameras. We'll get to that. There are no major issues on the roadways. I'll just point that out. All right, I can't get it up right now, but there's no major issues. We've got Sabrina joining us. Good morning, Sabrina. And Robert and Rhonda. Husband slid off Jenkins into a ditch this morning. Oh, no, Rhonda, that's awful. And messed up the front end of his truck. Be careful of hydroplaning. Good idea, Rhonda. Thanks for sharing your story here this morning. Tell your husband we are so sorry about that. But that is going to be an issue. If you don't have great tires on your cars, we've got a lot of standing water here this morning. Great moisture for sure, but a lot of standing water, so hydroplaning is going to be an issue this morning. Let's go ahead and take you to the radar here for a moment, and I'll show you what we're talking about. Because as we highlight your radar picture, you'll see that here in a second. There it is. We do still have stronger storms are over into North Carolina right now. We do have some heavier rain showers up towards, say, Kingsport, into Unicoi County, Johnson County, over towards Carter County and Greene County, as well as Washington County. So Telford to Greenville, Johnson City to Bristol. We have some pretty good showers and some pretty solid thunderstorms as well. In and around parts of Knox County, Jefferson, Rutledge County. How about Granger County? We have some light to moderate rain with some heavier showers and some stronger thunderstorms still across the Southern Valley from Cleveland through Athens. So those are going to be moving their way into Tellico Plains and Madisonville this morning, Watts Bar Lake over towards Kingston and Lenore City, all seeing some moderate rain showers as well. So that's a look at the radar here. We'll loop it over the last last hour to give you a better idea of how this is all progressing over time once again. And we still have that fetch of moisture to our south and southwest, and that's going to continue to bring us the rain showers through the morning hours. So all the way through about lunchtime or so, the rain showers will continue around East Tennessee. So do travel safely here this morning. But again, thanks for joining me here as we get our Monday morning started. If you're new to the program, of course, coming up here in moments, we do have a check of your national holidays. But I just want to feed through a couple of those, a couple of your chat messages here this morning. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Nobody has any questions here this morning. So guess what? Come on. It is March 31st. Can you believe it's March 31st? It's insane. Absolutely insane that the end of March is here. April showers. Well, how about just some March showers? We'll take it back outside, show you a live look in downtown Clinton here this morning. Good morning from Anderson County. Good morning to you, Anderson County and downtown Clinton. Yeah, we kind of watching those cameras all morning long, seeing quite a bit of lightning out there. Not a ton of lightning out there so far, just some moderate to heavy rain showers as we speak. All right, let's talk about those national holidays here this morning. It is March 31st, so we're celebrating birthdays and events here today. Happy birthday to you if you're celebrating a birthday today. It's also National Crayon Day. How do you say crayons? I say crayons. My wife and my youngest son say crowns. Say what? Crowns? What are crowns? They're crayons. C-R-A-Y-O-N. Crayon. Anyways, I digress. It is National Crayon Day, and again, listen, who doesn't like to color? My youngest son loves to color all the time, and so, you could do that with crayons. They're awesome. Are you a good drawer? Are you a good colorer with crayons? Do you stay within the lines? Do you do color outside the lines? Anyways, it's National Prom Day. Big shout out to all the kids heading off to prom this season. If you're watching and you are a younger kid, be safe at prom. Remember those days? Did you ever go to prom? I feel like we've had this recently. Hey, has it already been a year since we talked about National Prom Day? Maybe so. It's insane. Because I remember some of you told me that you had never been to prom before. That's so sad. I went to prom twice, junior and senior year. All right, it's National Clams on the Half Shell Day. Oh, clams on the half shell. Sounds pretty good. I like oysters better than clams on a half shell. I'm going to go. I don't know if I've ever actually had clams on a half shell, to be honest with you. Are they steamed? Are they cooked? Are they raw? I do like oysters on the half shell. It's National Bunsen Burner Day. I'm going to give a big shout out to that. I love Bunsen burners. I'm a scientist. Those were some of my favorite classes is chemistry and learning how to mix different chemicals to create a whole nother chemical. And, it can be dangerous at times, but National Bunsen Burner Day. Those things can stand some heat, can't they? And it's National Tater Day. Oh, nice. Who doesn't like the taters? Tater tots, tater french fries, taters, baked potatoes, taters with chili in it, taters with everything in it. Oh, do you like taters? Do you like the loaded baked potato? Do you put the sour cream, the cheese, the salt and pepper, the chives, the extra butter on it if you do a baked potato? Do you like chili in your baked potato? Do you just like french fries? Are we going curly fries, straight fries, shoestring fries? What kind of fries do you like? Or do we like potato cakes or tater tots? Either way, it's National Tater Day. Go grab yourself some taters. Not maters, taters. Let's go eat some taters today. National Tater Day. I feel like I need to go get myself some french fries. Got some pretty good showers right now showing up. This is Volunteer Cove Marina, by the way. Some pretty good rain showers still showing up in and around and near the downtown area. We'll just keep that up and take a live look. I'll take you to Hardin Valley this morning. This is a live look in Hardin Valley to get the day started. And again, a soggy, slow going. You can see the water standing right there in the parking lot. So quite a bit of standing water there. And how about KMNV? Not necessarily the best general aviation day for you general aviators out there. Those planes and the runway is wet. The ceilings will be on the low side. And the rain is going to continue. Not to mention the wind is going to be with us as well. So it's going to be another breezy day. Wind's going to be gusting to about 20, 25 miles per hour throughout the day today. Remember potato bars? I do remember potato bars. Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, I've been to a couple weddings. I don't think we. Maybe my wife should chime in here. Did we do a potato bar at our wedding, babe? I don't know if she's watching. She's getting the kids ready for school, but tater cakes are good. But you know what I like? I like mashed potato bars, like at weddings and stuff. Those are so good. But potato bars, I do remember that. I love a good loaded baked potato with ranch instead of sour cream. I've never put ranch on my baked potato. Happy belated birthday to my oldest daughter on the 29th. Happy birthday, oldest daughter. Big shout out to Mel's oldest daughter. All right, Cheryl's with me on this one. She says crayon, not crown. My kids and my wife say they say it like crown. Southern talk. That's right, baby. Crayon. Let's see. Showers in Morristown. Thanks, Faye. I appreciate that. Broccoli and cheese, spoon of our sour cream in a baked potato. Yes. Yes. Broccoli and cheese. A spoonful of sour cream. I'm with you on that one. I am with you on that one for sure. You have a bearded dragon named Tater. Well, what's up, Tater? Don't eat tater. That's not the kind of tater you want to eat this morning. How about a good old classic fried potatoes and onions? Got to use a little bacon grease. Oh, yes. Fried potatoes and onions are so good. I mean, I just really think that any kind of potato, for the most part, is pretty good. You know what some of my favorite ones are like the big old potato cakes. You know that you get at like Arby's? Or who else has the potato cakes at some of the fast food restaurants? Those are always good. We almost did a grits bar. That's right. No, we didn't do that. That's right. That's what we were talking about, a grits bar. That would have been fun too. Good morning, Janelle. Everyone say good morning to Janelle. Love me some tater, says Deborah. Bo rounds. Oh, there we go. Bo rounds from Bojangles, or even, is it Chick-fil-A? Yeah, Chick-fil-A's got the little rounds too. I like those ones. Dip them in some Chick-fil-A sauce. The Pickle Festival was packed and a huge success. Nice. Pickle beer was not so good, says Felicia. I can't imagine that pickle beer is so good. I've had it once before and not a huge fan of it. Sweet taters, potato fritters. Potato fritters are always good as well. Oh, that sounds so good. All right, here we go. Let's take you back outside. It's now 6:24. I know a lot of folks got to get off to work here this morning. Yum, Arby's tater cakes are back. They're the best. You put some horsey and Arby's sauce on it. I can't tell you the last time I had Arby's, but this is what I used to get. I always used to get the melted cheddar one, the cheddar melt or whatever it's called at Arby's. You put horsey and Arby's sauce on it. You get the potato cakes, and guess what? You got to top it off here, Cheryl, with a Jamocha shake. My favorite shakes from Arby's, Jamocha shake. If you've never tried that, now you're going to make me want to go get Arby's today. I can't tell you the last time I've had Arby's, but it sounds amazing. Good morning, Janelle, says Dustin. Off to the course. Have a great day. Well, it's going to be a little soggy there, Lee. Don't know how many golfers you're going to have at the course here today, but maybe a few, maybe not. I don't know. But anyways, that's a live look at the radar here this morning. Again, not a lot of severe weather out there so far this morning. Heaviest rain showers are continuing to slide their way from Bradley County over into Polk County. So Benton right now, Etowah, Tellico Plains. Nice little round of heavier rain. Some pretty good thunderstorms showing up just off to your west. That's going to be entering your area. And then back off to our north and west. We're starting to see some drier weather conditions. Fentress, Scott, Campbell, Claiborne, Morgan, and northern Cumberland County. Remember, I talked about it at the top of the show, if you're just now tuning in, that the tornado watch has been canceled. So no tornado watch right now across East Tennessee, which is great news to pass along. We wanted to get rid of that as fast as possible. It's funny, I recorded my show right before the live for the platforms, to populate the platforms, and I had the tornado watch, but I said, hey, listen, I don't imagine this is going to last much longer, but it's still in effect till 8 o'clock. I got done recording. I sat down. They canceled the watch. So then I had to go back and record. That's why I was running a couple of minutes late here this morning. Yes, the Jamocha is the best. It is absolutely the best. I love a good Jamocha shake. Jamocha shake is my favorite. There we go, Cheryl. So there we go. Now you're going to make me go get Arby's today. Yeah. Janelle, we're going to get Arby's today. Just an FYI. Kids, I'm sorry you're going to school. And school in Knox County was not canceled or delayed this morning. I was pretty curious on how that was going to play out. If this was delayed from what we saw about 2 hours ago, if it was delayed about 2 hours and we were now currently getting that, I would imagine they probably would have at least done a 2-hour delay. Felicia says 11 to 4, the spring market at Marble Springs State Historic Site. Egg hunt all day long. That's coming up this Saturday. Felicia, thanks so much for the reports. I do love that. I like to pass along any sort of event. So if you know of any events going on in your community, make sure that you always highlight that on the chat because, well, it's good information for folks to know. And it gives us ideas of, oh, maybe we could do something. What are we going to do this weekend? Hey, grab your cup of coffee. By the way, big shout out to Brian. He got me this mug last year, Crested Butte, Colorado. Got some nice espresso coffee in here this morning. Thanks to Janelle for buying some espresso coffee. It's a little bit on the bold side, but I guess that's what espresso is, right? Let's see. Arby's needs to give you a shake for the free endorsement. Yeah, Arby's, I'm coming at you today. I need myself a free shake, a Jamocha shake. Thanks a lot, Amy. Hey, listen, again, don't forget that we have another, rain's going to be with us through the morning hours. Heaviest rain's going to be across the Southern Valley and also the mountain counties all the way through about noon. Maybe a brief break as we get into the early afternoon, and then through about 3 to 7 o'clock here tonight, we'll get another round of showers to move on through the area. A couple of thunderstorms possible, and if anybody going to be traveling southbound, by the way, into Georgia, a severe thunderstorm watch has now been issued for northern Georgia as well as northern Alabama. Something to kind of keep in mind if you're traveling southward. No tornado watch there, but a severe thunderstorm watch has been issued there. It's going to be a little bit cooler, more sunshine. Watch out for some patchy dense fog early tomorrow morning if the skies clear out enough. It's going to be quiet with some light wind tomorrow. Thank goodness for that, because the wind's going to be returning as we get into our Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're talking about summertime heat. Temperatures are going to be trending about 20 degrees above average. Pull out the boats and the shorts. Go get yourself a self-tan, because all of our legs are extremely white. Sorry about that. You'll need sunglasses if you want to see me out in public with shorts on. But stormy weather on the way, and the heaviest rain is probably going to be with us as we get into next weekend. All right, my friends, we sure hope you have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock for Wake Up with Witchy.